Saying good afternoon to everyone and welcome to our honors convocation. As the Dean of Oakland University William Beaumont School of Medicine, it is indeed my privilege to be here today to celebrate outstanding achievements of faculty, staff, and medical students from all four of our classes. I'm going to start the ceremony by recognizing those individuals who were previously inducted into a medical honor society. As I acknowledge the honor, will the recipients please stand and be recognized? Last year, 23 of you were inducted into the Alpha Omega Alpha Honors Medical Society, and for the first time ever, we inducted third-year medical students as well. By being selected as AOA members, you have proven that you are leaders and who have attained distinction in scholarship while demonstrating an unselfish dedication to serving others. There are more than 100 Corewell Health physicians, including myself, who belong to AOA. Graduating medical students wear AOA green cords during the commencement ceremony tomorrow. When your name is called, please remain standing and we'll hold our applause until the end. The M4 students who were inducted in October are Yasmin Abushakar, Margaret Bohr, Moneb Bukhara, Camila Cascardo, Benjamin Kolar, Sarah Diltz, James Gannon, Stephanie Gappy, Yusuf Ibrahim, Claire McNary, Mary Nolan, Nisha Patel, Mitchell Fenig, Skylar Porcaro, Sienna Ringenberg, Elizabeth Seeley, Andrew Shanholzer, Haley Walton, and Brent Yelton. The M3 students who were inducted in October are Megan Moore, Nicholas Schimmel, Mackenzie Smith, and Sarah Totes. So congratulations to you all. Students inducted into this next honor society are peer nominated for their extraordinary compassion and patient-centered care. I'm speaking of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Medical students and Corewell Health residents are inducted into the society at OUWB's special Faircloth Evening of Medical Humanism. Graduating medical students wearing GHHS gold cords at the commencement ceremony tomorrow. When your name is called, please remain standing, and again, we'll hold our applause to the end. Medical students who were inducted this year are Oyinkansola Akinpelu, Tarek Almsadi, Adil Andelmeskel, Nicholas Ang, Parisa Bastani, Karen Bersani, Dinasha Dahanayaki, Caroline Dessler, Marvi Espiritu, Mallory Evans, Charlene Shaw, Yusuf Ibrahim, Eric James, Donna Kael, Kelsa Kaziak, Ryan Coe, Doyle Lang, Tiffany Lowe, Batul Nasser, Caitlin Padaroki, Devani Patel, Gabrielle Rowlandson, Abiba Salahu, Elizabeth Seeley, Prasoon Sharma, Holly Schiffman, Brittany Silverman, Sukhmani Singh, Sarah Totes, and Victoria Whiting. There were also 6 Corewell Health residents who were inducted into the GHHS. One of them is an OUWB alumna, Dr. Kristen Lamarbe from the class of 2021. Unfortunately, she couldn't be with us today. Residents, please remain standing if your name is called, and we'll hold our applause until the end. With us are Dr. Jacob Applegarth and Dr. Mai Elzaini and Dr. Ashbita Pokarol. So congratulations to you all. This year, we are proudly announcing the Compass Service Honors. These honors acknowledge graduating medical students who have participated in 150 or more hours of community service. Students, please remain standing again, and we'll hold our applause to the end. Receiving the inaugural purple and silver cords to be worn tomorrow at commencements are the following students: Mark Benikid, Karen Bersani, Margaret Bohr, Anna Bruins, Sarah Diltz, Kevin Ead, Jody Esguerra, Mallory Evans, Brianna Gibney, Benjamin Goldstein, Charlene Shaw, Eric James, Kelsa Kaziak, Shireen Kim, Nicole Lewis, Claire McNary, Stephanie Mrochinsky, Mary Nolan, Caitlin Padaroki, Shivan Patel, Mitchell Fenig, Skylar Porcaro, Dana Rector, Sienna Riggenberg, Abiba Salahu, Elizabeth Seeley, Andrew Shanholzer, Brittany Silverman, Sukhmani Singh, Rachel Truland, Brianna Walter, and Haley Walton. So let's congratulate them as well. There are 4 class of 2023 students who have received honors from the Association of Pathology Chairs Honor Society. These students demonstrate scholastic achievement in the pathology curriculum, in their research, and are recognized for their leadership qualities. Students, please remain standing until your name is called, and we'll hold our applause to the end. These students are Bilal Ali, Joshua Daniel, Kevin Eid, and Stephanie Icabon. So congratulations to you. So congratulations to all of these inductees. Now at this time, I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Jason Wasserman, Professor of Bioethics in the Department of Foundational Medical Studies and Director of Student Professionalism, who will recognize the students in the Arnold P. Gold Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award. So Jason, please.
Thank you, Dean Meswa. So congratulations to all the awardees, and the Leonard Tao Humanism Award presented by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation recognizes graduating medical students and faculty members who are exemplars in humanism in the care of patients. Participating medical schools select 1 graduating medical student and 1 faculty member each year, and the award also comes with a certificate and a cash prize of $500. Recipients also become inducted into the Gold Humanism Honor Society as lifelong members. So this is the 2nd year that OUWB has participated in this award, and like the student nominations themselves that Dean Meswa just shared with us, these awards are also peer nominated and peer selected, including by a review committee of students and OUWB alumni. This year's recipient of the Student Tao Award is Mallory Evans from the class of 2023. Mallory, please stand. Yes. So as with the induction, the award ceremony and presentation of the certificate and check were done at our induction event, but we did want to honor Mallory here again. She's been exceptionally caring and humanistic since she matriculated to OUWB, a leader among her classmates in this regard, and throughout her clinical years, she was an exemplar in both bedside compassion and concern for her colleagues' well-being. So Mallory, congratulations. This year's Faculty Tao Award winner was nominated by 3rd and 4th year students and then again selected by the GHHS Selection Committee. And this year, the Faculty Award winner is Dr. Nathan Novotny. He's not able to attend, but let's give him a round of applause anyway. So Dr. Novotny is not only an exemplar of highly compassionate patient care, but his attention to student learning and student well-being clearly stood out among his peers, and the effusive comments that were received about him, I think, were virtually unparalleled. So certainly glad to be able to honor him. He was consistently engaged in teaching and mentoring students despite his busy schedule. He role modeled an attention to empathic patient care that every one of his students benefited from. So again, congratulations to our Tao Award winners, and it's now my pleasure to invite Dean Meswa back to the podium.
Thank you, Jason. At this point in the program, and on behalf of OUWB, we will be honoring a few individuals for their founding roles in the development of our school. It is with deep appreciation that we thank them for their commitment to our school and to our students. I'm speaking of my colleague, Dr. Bob McCauley, Founding Associate Dean for Institutional Effectiveness and Technology, and Dr. Ron Samarian, Chairperson of the Department of Psychiatry. Each will receive the Oakland University William Beaumont School of Medicine Distinguished Service Award, which is a chair with an inscription engraved on it commemorating their commitment to OUWB. So now it's my pleasure to recognize Dr. Bob McCauley with the Distinguished Service Award. So Bob, why don't you come on stage here? Bob was one of the first persons recruited to OUWB when founding Dean Dr. Robert Folberg was forming his leadership team. Bob, along with his family, relocated to Michigan in 2009 from Chicago, where he had served as Chief Information Officer and Associate Dean for Informational Resources at the University of Illinois at Chicago School of Medicine. Initially appointed as Associate Dean for Educational Information Technology, Bob's title was changed in 2015 as his responsibilities expanded to include managing the LCME accreditation, school policies, and overseeing the important work of the Student Performance Review Committee. Bob has been so instrumental in OUWB receiving and maintaining LCME accreditation along with ensuring compliance. He has authored hundreds of reports and collaborated with many across OUWB. Most notably, he has been an invaluable asset to and a great champion of OUWB for the last 14 years, and truly our institutional memory. Bob, thank you for you. It's been a privilege working with you and getting to know you as a colleague and as a friend. OUWB wouldn't be what it is today without your commitment to excellence, and we wish you the best in your retirement, which is coming up fast, like tomorrow. So Bob, your chair is there, and congratulations very much. Appreciate it. You want to say a few words, Bob? Bob, say a few words.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you all for the honor and the recognition. You know, when I came here in 2009, it was just a diagram on the back of a piece of paper. And the last 14 years, it's just been such a joy to see how the schools expand, to see our students are now our faculty, and something I will always look back on with one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. So thank you all very much for this recognition.
All right, please join me in welcoming Dr. Chris Carpenter, the Chair of Internal Medicine, to the stage along with Dr. Ron Samarian for the presentation of his Distinguished Service Award. So, Chris.
Thank you, Dwayne. The rules were I got 2 minutes. I could go a lot longer, I think, but I'll just hit the high points. Dr. Samarian, just a little background, I actually stepped into his role as he retired at the end of last year. Interim Chief of Psychiatry is a challenging position, I will say, and he's got a long track record that I can't even come close to understanding how he got to the point where he did in terms of service that he provided to the hospital downtown, or excuse me, down in Royal Oak, as well as the medical school over the past few years. So Ron trained undergrad, master's, and medical school at Wayne State, finishing up in the 1980s. He did his residency in psychiatry at the University of Michigan, and then he began practicing in psychiatry in Ann Arbor and Plymouth. He then became a staff psychiatrist for Henry Ford before he moved over to William Beaumont Hospital back in the mid-90s. At that time, soon thereafter, he became a chief of psychiatry assessment center, and then chair and chief of psychiatry in 2013. That's when he stepped into his medical school role, but he was actually teaching quite a bit around that time, and that's what has truly kind of been recognized about him, as he is a legacy of teaching and legacy of mentoring. What I decided to do is actually just talk to a bunch of his colleagues, because Ron and I'm an infectious disease doctor, Ron's a psychiatrist. We don't cross paths too much clinically, but we do. But really what we cross paths with is, now in my role is kind of trying to fill his shoes as we search for a worthy successor, which is going to be a challenge, I think, because he's done such a great job. But comments from his colleagues, his people who worked with him and for him, somebody who always made himself available, always was supportive, always appropriately hands-off as a leader, and he allowed individual growth. And if you get in a role like that, if you can let people who work with you and for you kind of grow into their role, I think you're all going to be winners there. He's a very early adopter and supporter of team-based care, and I know the students here and the residents and the faculty here or physicians understand the importance of that. You can't do what we do without really having the support and working with the team around you. And Ron was, my understanding, very early in that regard. He's a very valued mentor. Everybody I spoke to said something to that akin. Great clinician. That's what's a little bit lost here, is he was a go-to clinician when people had really challenging circumstances to deal with in terms of trying to help a patient. Ron was there, and he really helped people out. Exceptional teacher, I spoke of already, and just in general, a wonderful person and a true, genuine role model. So congratulations, Ron. I'm very glad to be able to present on your behalf your honor today, and I think you're in a long and happy retirement going forward. So, Ron.
Thank you, Dr. Carpenter, for those very kind words. You'll get the rest of the money after the ceremony. I just want to reflect on a day over 8 years ago when some of us in this room were facing what appeared to be an authoritative tribunal, which in fact was the LCME, sort of some nice folks with stone poker faces. But the fate of our medical school was resting on that. And what I remember specifically is these answers that were well-informed and thoughtful, but also extraordinarily passionate about a vision we had about creating something special. And I think the evidence of that is in this room today and our graduates tomorrow. And the graduates, at this point, hundreds and hundreds of young, intelligent, kind, compassionate physicians that have come from this institution. It's an honor to receive this award, and I have to confess, I did get a phone call a couple of months ago saying, Dr. Sperrin, we'd like to award you a chair, and I was a little confused. I just retired from being a chair 2 months earlier, and the kind lady said, no, literally a chair, and she gave me the choice of a standard chair, a rocker, or a swivel. It was kind of an easy decision for me because a swivel not only rocks, it rolls and does a lot of cool things. It's meaningful, heartfelt, and fun, just like this wonderful institution. Thanks for letting me be a part of this ceremony. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Now I welcome Dwayne Meswa back to the podium. Dwayne?
Thanks, Chris, and congratulations again, Ron and Bob. Now I'm told that I'm supposed to turn the podium over to my colleague and friend who is the chair of my department, who I report to as my chair, Dr. Richard Silverglate. So I'm going to ask Richard to come up and speak. Rich, it's all yours.
Thank you, Dwayne. Well, it's a pleasure to be here speaking with us, and I'll say it's for the students, faculty, and guests, and Dwayne. I'm very happy to be here to help honor Dwayne Meswa and present him with a gift on behalf of Oakland University William Beaumont School of Medicine in recognition and appreciation for his years of service, culminating with this position of Dean of the OUWB. I've worked closely with Dwayne for over 22 years and know many things about him that you don't, and I'm not going to tell most of those things. You can thank me later. Even before starting at Beaumont, I knew of Dwayne, his reputation as a radiologist and a teacher. After arriving here, I saw he was recognized by the residents, the other staff, the staff radiologists, staff GI physicians as the go-to person for GI radiology. He was really a superstar clinically. He was involved in teaching from the beginning, all levels. It became clear that his passion were teaching and education. He was very involved with many societies, and when I first drafted this, I had a whole long list of societies. They said that's too many initials to talk about, so I'm going to just mention a few. He was very involved in the Michigan Radiological Society, the Associate and Program Directors in Radiology, and the American Board of Radiology. He had leadership positions in all of these positions, members of committee, chairs of committee, officership. But some of the main ones were he was the president of the Michigan Radiological Society and president of the American Association of Program Directors in Radiology. Soon after I got here to Beaumont, Dwayne transitioned to a mostly administrative role, developing outpatient imaging across all of Beaumont at that time. And that was another task he excelled at. So he's doing many, many things very well. In 2009, when the previous chair, Ken Matazar, retired, Dwayne became the chair of the Department of Radiology at Beaumont. I started working with him on a daily basis. He was a very strong leader. He really helped grow the department, and he was a super supporter of the radiology residency program, continuing his interest in education. His vision and determination were key characteristics of his term as chair. Through all these roles, I saw Dwayne involved in education and mentorship. He mentored high school students, college students, medical students, residents, fellows, junior staff. And I witnessed all this because my office was next to his, and I saw all these people coming in and out constantly for advice, information, and everyone was very appreciative for all the help that he gave them. When talk started, I can't remember how many years ago, about Oakland University and Beaumont joining forces to start this medical school, I got to admit, I was a little concerned. I said, is this really the right thing for Beaumont? Is this the core mission? What should we do? I can tell you, Dwayne was not the least bit hesitant. He was like in full force, 100% from day when he was energized and all about it. And he was in committees. I didn't even know what these committees were before the school started. As the school began to take shape, he joined more committees, had more positions, was involved in every single step along the way. He was involved in the earliest steps and played a key role in the accreditation. His responsibilities and commitment to the school continued to grow through all of these years. In February of 2019, Dwayne was asked to be the interim dean of the medical school, and before long, the dean. I would just want to say, although Dwayne excelled in all his roles leading up to this, I think the position of dean suited him the best. He loved the students, he loved interacting with the students, helping them, mentoring them. He seemed happier than all of his other roles, which I think he enjoyed too. Some big accomplishments. I think he really helped navigate Oakland University and Beaumont, now Cornell, through very challenging issues of integration, working together. Very difficult thing, handled very well. He was critical in accreditation. He's from provisional to full accreditation, many, many steps, always involved. And on top of all that, almost his entire term as dean has been through COVID. So he had to learn how to deal with the school from like a way no one had ever had to do before. And I think that the way OUWB handled it was really, really excellent. So I'd like to close by thanking Dwayne for his service in so many areas, mentoring so many physicians, including me. Dwayne, I don't think we've seen the last of you, and I hope we haven't seen the last of you. But Corwell, OUWB, and our students are grateful for all you've done. This beautiful chair here, which will be added to another very nice chair you have at home, should serve as a reminder of all that you've accomplished in your years in medical education, and especially as dean. Thank you, Dwayne.
Thanks. Thank you. You make it very hard to get through this. I have no prepared thoughts or what I thought I would say, other than just kind of reflecting back over what Richard said. We've been a great partner and a great team since we've been together all those 22 years. I was fortunate and able to do all those society things because Richard really was running the department when I was the chair. And when it came time for me to become the dean, I left on a Friday. Richard took over on Monday. And it's like I was never gone. So he's continued to really excel at being an outstanding chair, and we're truly fortunate for that. I wish I could roll the clock back. I wouldn't be retiring. I would do this at least another 10 years. The chance to really work with students, when they came and asked me would I be interested in being the interim dean, my first thought was I know nothing about running medical schools, but I know a lot about dealing with people and working with the students. And to me, that's the best part. And now I've got a lot of time on my hands to be able to work with students even after I'm done. I only live about 1.5 miles away, so I'm not really going that far. I'm fortunate that my 5 grandchildren all live within 3 miles, so I get to see them all the time. In fact, today, my twin grandchildren, the boys, are 7 years old today. So this is really a special time, and I look forward to that, but I don't think I'm going to be gone too far away. September 1 is the date I'm shooting for. I'm assuming we're going to have a dean by then, but it's a big challenge to find somebody to come and be a dean today. For those of you who don't know, of the 153 schools, there are 28 openings for deans right now. I've never seen that number below 25. Every Friday there's a new roster of deans who are retiring or leaving. And the average longevity of a dean today is about 4.5 years. So that's right about where I'm at, and I can see why. But it is time. I've accomplished, when you look over your shoulder and you can say you've done everything you wanted to do and you've accomplished it, it's time to call it. So I'm very comfortable with that, and let's move on and we'll finish the rest of our program. So thank you all so much for your kindness. So now it's my honor to introduce Commander Victoria Murray, who will present the 2023 Excellence in Public Health Award from the United States Public Health Service, followed by our military promotion ceremonies. This is truly a highlight of our afternoon, so please.
Thank you, sir. All right, good afternoon. My pleasure to be here. My name is Commander Victoria Murray. I am a member of the Commissioned Corps of the United States Public Health Service. I am here on behalf of the Public Health Service Physician Professional Advisory Committee to recognize an outstanding student from OUWB who has been selected to receive a 2023 Excellence in Public Health Award. The Public Health Service was founded in 1798 to provide medical care to sailors and merchant mariners with yellow fever and malaria. Over the subsequent 224 years, our mission has broadened to deliver health promotion and disease prevention programs to all people. Today, the Commission Corps of the Public Health Service is dedicated to serving on the front lines in the nation's fight against disease and poor health conditions. And so today we recognize Abiba Salahu with the 2023 Excellence in Public Health Award. Abiba, please come forward to the stage. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to public health, and we hope you consider a career with the U.S. Public Health Service. Thank you. You're welcome. There's your plaque. And for you, I also brought you a coin. I think we need to go this way for photos. Step to that side and we'll take a photo of you. All right. Now we will conduct the military promotion ceremony for our graduating service members. May these students, Adam Wall and Brianna Walter, please come forward to the stage. Before we perform the promotion ceremony, I would like to provide you with some background on what is about to happen. Adam is representing the United States Navy and is being promoted to lieutenant. He will be pinned on by his father, Andrew Wall. Brianna is representing the United States Army and is being promoted to captain. Brianna will be pinned on by her parents, Mark and Julia Walter. We have both parents to the stage as well. As medical students, Adam and Brianna are considered O1s, or first-level officers, and upon graduation, which will happen tomorrow, they are promoted into the O3 category, which is a junior grade officer. In a few minutes, they will take their oath. However, I would like to share with you that the ceremony itself is an affirmation to everyone here that the work Adam and Brianna are going to do, the promise of taking care of patients within our services and serving in the military is a huge honor. Although they have graduated from medical school, they are still in training, but as junior officers, Adam and Brianna, I have one piece of advice. Always remember to listen to your senior enlisted because they are a great resource to you to guide you through to become mid-level officers and senior officers. Now, after I swear them in together, they will be promoted to the next higher rank, and their family members will do a ceremonial changing of the shoulder boards and pins. I request that Adam's father and Brianna's parents stand next to them while they do their oath. Let's begin. You're both going to repeat after me. You'll start the pinning after they do the oath. I state your name.
I, Adam Wall,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will continue to bear true faith
that I will continue to bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the Constitution
to the Constitution
and the country whose course it directs,
and the country whose course it directs,
and that I take this obligation freely,
and that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation,
without any mental reservation,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Now, parents, please begin changing the shoulder boards and pins. All right, please join me in congratulating Adam and Brianna. Okay, is it that way? Thank All right, now to continue the awards presentation, I invite to the stage the Chair of the Committee on Student Awards and Associate Professor of Foundational Medical Studies, Dr. Varna Tarunakanti.
Thank you, Commander More, and good afternoon, everyone. And I congratulate all the awardees. So I just want to give a background about the M1, M2 Student Awards. At the end of the academic year, the Committee on Student Awards asks course directors to nominate outstanding students from the courses. The committee, using a broad set of criteria, selects 3 students from each of the first 2 years of the M1, M2 courses to receive the Outstanding Students Award. Today, we would like to recognize students from the class of 2023 who in their first 2 years at OUWB distinguished themselves for excellence in academic performance, leadership, service, and scholarship. Today, students, when I call your name, please join me on the stage. The recipients for the class of 2023 of the Outstanding First Year Students Awards are Margaret Bohr, congratulations. Sienna Ringenberg, congratulations. Elizabeth Seeley, congratulations. So now the recipients for the class of 2023 for the Outstanding Second Year Students Awards are Elizabeth Seeley, again.
Thank you.
Brittany Silverman. Congratulations. And Brent Yelton. Congratulations. Thank you. I now invite Dean Pierre Morris, Associate Dean for Clinical Education and Associate Professor in the Department of Foundational Medical Studies, to speak. Thank you.
Our clerkship standards are high, and meeting expectation doesn't mean that you're average, but rather that you're above average. Within the various clerkships and specialty departments, students have an opportunity to distinguish themselves in a number of ways in the clinical environment, including being active participants, motivated learners, exhibiting professionalism, and showcasing exceptional knowledge and diagnostic skills. At the end of the 3rd and 4th year clerkships, clinical faculty and course directors select 1 student for each clerkship area who exemplifies the spirit of the departmental award. I would like to recognize the following students for their commitment to physician excellence. Students, when your name is called, please join me on stage. The 3rd year clerkship award, the award for outstanding performance in the family medicine clerkship is Corey Carney. Come on up. Congratulations. Thank you. And I think someone's got a picture for you. The award for outstanding performance in internal medicine in the internal medicine clerkship is Monib Bagrara. Congratulations. The award for outstanding performance in neurology is Brent Yelton. Congratulations. The award for outstanding performance in pediatrics is Catherine Ho. Congratulations. The award for outstanding performance in psychiatry, the psychiatry clerkship, is Abiba Salahu. Congratulations. And the award for outstanding performance in the clerkship, in the surgery clerkship, is Amelia Nager. So now we have the, in recognition of the 4th year of clinical education, the following outstanding performance awards are presented to the following students. Please come to the stage when your name is called. And the first one is the outstanding award, the award for outstanding performance in anesthesia and pain management is Andrew Lee. Here, you take this one. The award for outstanding performance in diagnostic medicine is Margaret Bohr. Natalie Leogas Deneau is not able to be here today, so we'll accept that award on her behalf. Now, I want to congratulate all these students for their awards in clinical excellence. Now I invite to the stage Dr. Melissa Basie, a member of the OUWB charter class, to present the next awards.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Morris. The American Medical Women's Association, or AMWA, is an organization that functions at the local, national, and international levels to advance women in medicine and improve women's health. This is achieved by providing and developing leadership, advocacy, education, expertise, mentoring, and strategic alliances. Each year, AMWA awards the Glasgow Rubin Certificates of Commendation for Academic Achievement to women who graduate in the top 10% of their medical school graduating classes. As a charter class alumna who was involved with AMWA during my time at OUWB, and now as an OBGYN who has dedicated my career to women's health, I take great pride in presenting the following students with the Glasgow Rubin Certificate. Would the following students, looks like they're there, please come to the stage to receive their certificates. Margaret Bohr. Oh, you're here. Camilla Cascardo. Stephanie Gappy. Sienna Ringenberg. And Elizabeth Seeley. Now, please welcome to the stage Dr. Kara Sarinsky, Embark Co-Director and Associate Professor of Foundations of Medical Studies, to present the next award.
Thank you, Dr. Basie. I'm here to present the awards for the Embark Mini Manuscript Scholarship Competition. Embark is a required scholarly concentration program here at OUWB consisting of a longitudinal research training courses and an independent faculty-mentored research project. Participating in research during undergraduate medical education benefits students in many areas, including analytical skills, communication skills, self-directed learning, appreciation of the literature, and an interest in academic medicine careers. Along with the traditional research training curricula, the Embark program aims to provide a safe learning environment and a curricular scaffold for students to develop their non-cognitive personal and professional practice skills. The Embark program could not succeed without the support of our faculty mentors, many of whom are in this room, currently standing at over 375. So thank you very much to all of the mentors for all of your continued support. So it's my pleasure to present the following awards for excellence in research. Students, when you hear your name, please join me on stage. The following students received Embark Competitive Scholarship Awards for their manuscripts is judged based on potential impact of the research topic, quality of the study design, clear and concise description of results and conclusions, and overall impressions of the manuscript. Project titles and faculty mentors are highlighted in your program. So the Kenneth J. Matskick Embark Program Competitive Scholarship Manuscript of the Year was received by Camila Cascardo for her manuscript, Survival of Dual Mobility, Hip Systems, Damage Mode, and Clinical Data Analysis. Oh. Congratulations. All right, the Ravitz Foundation Embark Program Competitive Scholarship Manuscript of the Year, first runner-up, was received by Eric James. Congratulations. The Ann V. Nicholson Embark Program Competitive Scholarship Manuscript of the Year, second runner-up, was received by Sarah Diltz. Congratulations. All right. Newman Family Foundation Embark Competitive Scholarship Manuscript of the Year honorable mention was received by Claire McNary. An Ann V. Nicholson Embark Competitive Scholarship Manuscript of the Year honorable mention was also received by Mallory Evans. All right, there are several other winners who are listed in your program, but were not able to join us here today, but congratulations to all. And I would like to introduce Steve Collard, our Vice Dean for Business and Administration, to present the next awards.
Thanks, Dr. Sarinsky. Before I begin, I ask that the scholarship recipients join me on stage when they hear their name. The W.J. and Lillian Kemmler Scholarship was established to honor the memory of W.J. and Lillian Kemmler. Dr. Kemmler was a compassionate, community-based physician who would be proud of the type of physicians being trained at OUWB. He also understood the high cost of attending medical school and how that could influence the type of physician you may become. Therefore, the Kemmler Scholarship will go to support students with financial need. The 2022 W.J. and Lillian Kemmler Scholarship recipient is Dana Rector. The Oakland University William Beaumont Scholarship was established to help further expand support for students who would benefit from financial assistance as they pursue their medical education at OUWB. The scholarship fund is supported through a number of sources, including donors of OUWB. Eligibility criteria include a strong passion for fulfilling the mission of OUWB. The 2022 OUWB scholarship recipient is Andrew Lee. The OUWB Community Student Scholarship is generously supported by friends and family during the annual OUWB golf outing. The intent of the scholarship is to make medical education more affordable for OUWB students with financial need. 2022 OUWB Community Student Scholarship recipient is Amelia Nager. I'd like to welcome Dr. Doug Gould to the stage to present the next award.
Thank you, Steve. Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations to all the awardees. I have the privilege of presenting the OUWB Faculty Scholarship Award. The faculty and staff of OUWB have established a scholarship to recognize outstanding academic achievement, as well as provide financial support for one or more M4 students. The funding of this scholarship is a testament to the desire of the faculty and staff to support OUWB students. This year's OUWB Faculty Scholarship recipients are Stephanie Mrozinski and Mitchell Fennick. Please join me on stage. I'd now like to welcome Assistant Professor of Foundational Medical Studies, Dr. A. Brummett, to the stage.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Gould, and thank you all for being here today to help us celebrate all of our wonderful OUWB students. We're very proud of all of you. One of the very first scholarships established for OUWB, this scholarship was initially funded by the medical staff of Beaumont hospitals in Royal Oak, Troy, and Grosse Pointe, as well as other major donors, including the late Rose Asarian and Susan Cooper. Today, in addition to significant gifts from individuals, the fund is supported through annual giving appeals and Beaumont staff through their annual employee giving campaigns. Eligibility criteria include a strong passion for fulfilling the mission of OUWB, specifically through championing diversity and inclusion. The 2022 Dean Scholarship recipients are Camilla Cascardo, Yusuf Ibrahim, and Eric James. The Beaumont Health Foundation Scholarship was established to help further expand support for students who would benefit from financial assistance as they pursue their medical education at OUWB. The scholarship fund is supported through a number of sources and donors and will continue to grow in the years ahead. The 2022 Beaumont Foundation Scholarship recipients are Joshua Jones, Skylar Porcaro, and Sienna Ringenberg. The Shostak family has had a positive impact in Michigan for nearly a century. Robert Shostak currently serves as a member of both the Oakland University Board of Trustees and the OUWB Medical School Management Committee. The Shostak family has a long history of supporting OUWB and has generously created a scholarship to assist students who are Michigan residents at the time of their medical school application and who have a desire to practice medicine in Michigan. The 2022 Shostak Family Scholarship recipient is Haley Walton. The Rhoda and Marshall Tobin Endowed Scholarship for the Oakland University William Beaumont School of Medicine was created in 2010 by the Tobin family to honor their parents' 80th birthdays in a way that would be meaningful to two staunch believers in the importance of education and philanthropy. The scholarship also was designed to help OUWB attract and provide support for local students. The 2022 Tobin Scholarship recipient is Yasmin Abushakar. Congratulations. And next, I would like to invite Dr. Tanya Bailey to the stage.
Thank you, Dr. Brummett. I thought you was going to call me Mama Bailey. That's what we rehearsed at the table. I am honored to be able to present this year's award for excellence in diversity. Round of applause, please. Each year, this award is given in 3 categories: students, faculty, and staff who have demonstrated a sustained commitment to foster the health of a diverse, equitable, and inclusive community. Recipients of this award exemplify outstanding efforts in diversity, equity, and inclusion through their achievements in leadership, professionalism, service, scholarship, going above and beyond what is expected of them. This year's awardees have served in local and national leadership positions, mentors, and even served as facilitators. They have volunteered extensively and developed scholarships and research that help us build a healthy, diverse community. Will all of the award recipients please come to the stage, or they're near it? Oh, you guys want to applaud? Awesome. The Excellence and Award for Faculty goes to Shangiz Mohidani, Professor of Department of Foundational Medical Studies. And let me share just a little bit about Dr. Mohidani. As a leader of a research program on digital diversity, he has created a 2-hour lecture within behavioral medicine that explores racism, gender inequality, and diversity. These courses have provided students with critical insights into the impact of social determinants on health outcomes, health disparities, and gender equality, and have empowered our students to become agents of change in their communities. Please help me in celebrating and thanking Dr. Mohidani for all of your inclusion, teaching efforts, for your mentoring, and for being who you are at OUWB. Thank you. May I hug you? Thank you. Congratulations. The Excellence in Diversity Staff Award goes to Dr. Ann Voorhees Sargent, Director of the Center for Excellence in Medical Education. Everybody, woohoo. Within her role as director, Dr. Voorhees Sargent has demonstrated a profound commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Whether it's leading workshops and programming on implicit bias, facilitating stepping in training, or intentionally promoting a culture of respect and inclusion, her efforts to bring diversity, equity, inclusion awareness is notable. Please join me in celebrating this year's Distinguished Award for Excellence and Diversity Staff Award to Dr. Ann Voorhees Sargent. Thank you. May I hug you? Congratulations. Okay, I have 2 more. 1 second. All of the pages are sticking. We have 2 students that will be acknowledged and awarded today for their demonstration of passionate care to our community, their profound leadership efforts that focus on diversity, equity, inclusion initiatives. I would like for you to acknowledge with me Fanny Wong and Kevin Vaughn. As president of Know Your Foods, Fanny Wong has spearheaded semesterly cooking classes at Beaumont Demonstrating Kitchen that has equipped our medical students with experiential learning in culinary medicine with the goal of empowering patients to use food as preventative medicine. Kevin Van has made tremendous contributions to diversity and embodies the very definition of the word advocate. Yes, I wrote that. He has worked tirelessly to engage our diverse community by serving on the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Council and leading awareness initiatives such as the inaugural Pride Week and Diversity Week, bringing relevant issues and information to the OUWB community. Please help me celebrate both of these student Award for Diversity, Fanny Wong and Kevin Vaughn. Fanny, thank you. Kevin, group hug. Thank you so much. You're welcome. It is my pleasure to bring to the stage Dr. Gamechu.
Thank you, Dr. Bailey. Mama Bailey, I'll say. Good afternoon and congratulations all awardees. Now I'm going to present OEWB Faculty Recognition Awards. OEWB honors its faculty members each year for excellence in teaching, research, and service. Through our annual OEWB Faculty Awards. The award process is overseen by the OEWB Faculty Recognition Committee, which solicits and reviews nominations. On behalf of the committee, I'm pleased to present the winners of this year's Faculty Recognition Awards. And as I announce your name, please join me on the stage to receive your certificate. So the recipient of Foundational Medical Study Excellence in Teaching Award is Dr. Baramkala. Dr. Baramkala is an associate professor at the Department of Foundational Medical Studies. And this award is, just to put it in a few words, is for his outstanding contributions to basic science education and his exploration of innovative teaching methods and support for OEWB students and faculty. Congratulations. The recipient of the Clinical Science Excellence in Teaching Award is Dr. Dalal. Dr. Dalal is an associate professor at the Department of Internal Medicine, and this award is for his outstanding contributions to clinical education, innovation, and overall exceptional work in research. Congratulations. The recipient of the Foundational Medical Studies Excellence in Research Award is Dr. Muhaddini. Dr. Muhaddini is a professor at the Department of Foundational Medical Studies, and this award is for his exceptional contributions to medical education research and initiation of several collaborative research projects. Congratulations. The recipient of Clinical Studies Excellence in Research Award is Dr. Nair. And Dr. Nair is an assistant professor at the Department of Internal Medicine. And this award is for his exceptional contributions to clinical research and OEWB research initiatives. Congratulations. Last but not least, recipient of Excellence in Service Award is Dr. Wasserman. And Dr. Wasserman is a professor at the Department of Foundational Medical Studies and Pediatrics. And this award is for his exceptional contributions to establishing community-focused service initiatives and supporting the mission of OEWB. Congratulations. Finally, many dedicated and wonderful faculty were nominated this year, and I would like to just take a moment to show them our gratitude for their continued dedication to OEWB. Please hold your applause until the end. Our excellent teachers include Dr. Hai, Dr. Muhaddini, Dr. Pratt, Dr. Kwang, Dr. Lewis, and Dr. Wayne. These are from FMS, Foundational Medical Studies Department. Dr. Al-Khatib, Dr. Wei, Dr. Verma, Dr. Abbas, Dr. Mualishka, Dr. Wagner, and Dr. Steck are from the clinical faculty. Our leaders in research includes Dr. Taylor from FMS, Dr. Nandular, and Dr. Todd from clinical faculty. And finally, our models of service includes Dr. Pitts, Dr. Hajusen, Dr. Kemp, and Dr. Lechenfert. Please give applause for all of these wonderful nominees. I now invite Dean Mezwa back to the podium for the last Faculty Recognition Award.
Thank you, Dr. Gamechu. I have the privilege of introducing the Dean's Distinguished Professor Award for the very first time. We established the award to acknowledge contributions of an employed full-time tenured faculty at the rank of professor within the Department of Foundational Medical Studies. The nominee must have an exceptional record of scholarship, teaching, and service, and must have achieved a record of distinction in exhibiting the values of OUWB. The inaugural recipient of this award is Dr. Douglas Gould, Chair of the Department of Foundational Medical Studies. Doug, if you can please join me up here. Dr. Gould has impacted the growth and development of FMS when he was professor and vice chair in 2012, and since 2018 as chair. Some of the many accomplishments that make Dr. Gould a deserving recipient include his initiation of the Leadership Institute for Faculty Development and the creation of the FMS Scholarly Interest Groups to increase the quantity and quality of scholarly efforts from the FMS faculty members. His key role in establishing an exclusive medical education unit to now include successful traditional bench research, which resulted in FMS being named Oakland University Research Department of the Year in 2022. His dedication to medical education is evident by his willingness to co-lead 2 of the accreditation work groups, which helped our school earn full accreditation for 8 years with the LCME. And for his outstanding service contributions, Dr. Gould was awarded Oakland University's Founders Day Award for service in 2021. Dr. Gould is not only an outstanding leader, he is a skilled anatomist who was named a Fellow of the American Association for Anatomy in 2020. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Gould on receiving the inaugural Dean's Distinguished Professor Award. All right, I now invite Sienna Ringenberg from the class of 2023 to the stage to present the Golden Apple Awards. Sienna.
Hello, everyone. The Oakland University William Beaumont School of Medicine Golden Apple Awards were created and formed by the medical school student body, are represented by OUWB student representatives elected by medical student government, all under the direction of the Faculty Recognition Committee. The goal of the Golden Apple Awards is to give the student body the ability to recognize excellent teaching by residents, fellows, and faculty at the medical school. This award system is a student-driven process where the student body nominates, votes, and awards top residents, fellows, and faculty for their teaching contributions to each class of students in both the clinical and preclinical curriculum. Through these awards, we hope to increase recognition of faculty who work above and beyond their role in the training of OUWB's future physicians. The following awardees were selected by students for their excellence in teaching by the classes from 2023 through 2025 for the 21 to 22 academic year, and also the class of 2023 for this last 2022 to 2023 academic year before our transition to residency. So if I have our awardees join us shortly on the stage. The nominations will open shortly for the classes 2024 through 2026 to select their Golden Apple candidates for excellent teaching from this exciting, just now concluding 2022 to 2023 academic year. So congratulations to all of the following recipients of this year's Golden Apple Awards. On behalf of the class of 2025, the M1 Foundational Medical Studies faculty awardee is Dr. Sarah Lurchenfeld from the Department of Foundational Medical Studies. On behalf of the class of 2025, the M1 Clinical Faculty awardee is Dr. Elizabeth Way from the Department of Pathology. On behalf of the class of 2024, the M2 Foundational Medical Studies faculty awardee is Dr. Gustavo Patino from the Department of Foundational Medical Studies. He is unable to join us today, and on his behalf, Dr. Thomas will be accepting his award. And on behalf of the class of 2024, the M2 Clinical Faculty awardee is Dr. Jamie Taylor from the Department of Adolescent Medicine. On behalf of the class of 2023, the M3 Teaching Resident or Fellow awardee goes to Dr. Jacob Applegarth from the Department of Surgery. And on behalf of the class of 2023, the M3 Teaching Attending awardee is Dr. Allison Ball from the Department of Pediatrics. And on behalf of the class of 2023, the M4 Teaching Resident Fellow awardee is Dr. Sean Masters from the Department of Surgery, who is unable to attend tonight. And on behalf of the class of 2023, the M4 Teaching Attendee awardee is Dr. Ty Quaiser from the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, who is unable to be here with us today. Thank you so much. I would now like to welcome to the stage Dr. William Miles to present the Michelle D. Rabel Award.
Thank you, Sienna. Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations to the recipients of awards today, and congratulations to the class of 2023. Most people in this room never met Michelle Rabel. The medical students are probably familiar with her because there's a baby grand piano that sits in the student lounge, and that was Dr. Rabel's piano. There's a plaque next to it that tells everybody how the piano ended up there. I think her picture is hanging around in some of the student study rooms, so the students are at least familiar with her, and Michelle is still here, albeit not physically, in thought at least. But I want to explain briefly who Dr. Michelle Rabel was and the origins of this award. Michelle Rabel was the founding Associate Dean for Undergraduate Medical Education here at OUWB. She was recruited by founding Dean Bob Folberg. And at that time, Michelle was the Department of Pathology Residency Director and also Vice Chair for Education in the Department of Pathology at the University of Illinois at Chicago. Michelle was a passionate and innovative educator, and Dr. Folberg knew that her approach to medical education was exactly what he wanted for the learning environment of this new medical school. And he knew that the culture of learning that he envisioned would be heavily influenced by Michelle's presence here. OUWB received preliminary accreditation from the Liaison Committee on Medical Education on February 2nd, 2010. Just 2 days later, on February 4th, 2010, Michelle was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, which is rather ironic given the fact that she was a hematopathologist by training. Believe it or not, she continued to work from her hospital bed while receiving her chemotherapy, tweaking the curriculum and making the changes that the LCME demanded. Now, during this understandably difficult time, Michelle confided in me that she was saddened that she might not ever meet any of the medical students who come to this new school. She also told me that she was fearful that her contributions to the founding of this school might be forgotten in the event of her death. I promised her I would not let that happen. Dr. Michelle Rabel died from complications of AML on June 21st, 2010. Geez, after 13 years, you'd think this would get easier. Upon her death, I established an endowment in her memory, and this endowment helps fund this award. In discussing with other founding administrative staff additional ways to ensure Michelle's legacy and contributions to the founding of this school, we decided that a student award would be given in her memory to a medical student who best personifies the qualities Michelle brought to this school. These qualities include a student who is compassionate, who cares deeply about others, who demonstrates a true love of learning, and who functions as a mentor for every fellow student. This student is one whom all medical students everywhere should want to emulate. This student is nominated and chosen by their peers. And it gives me great pleasure to announce that this year's recipient of the Michelle D. Rabel Award is David Howe, OUWB Class of 2025. David? Sure. I'm just going to say very briefly, David wrote me a beautiful letter soon after he was notified that he was this year's recipient of this award. And I'm not going to embarrass him by reading the letter, but suffice it to say that his letter really touched me and reaffirmed to me that Michelle most certainly is not forgotten. Please welcome Brittany Silverman, OUWB Class of 2023, to the stage, who will begin the mentor recognition presentation. Brittany?
Today, the class of 2023 will honor those clinical faculty who have served as our PRISM mentors, guiding us through the many milestones which have prepared us for tomorrow, the day we become physicians. In recognition of these physicians, whom we call mentors, a member of each PRISM group will be presenting their individual mentor with a gift as a thank you for their time, advice, and tremendous influence they have had on us on these last 4 years. My name is Brittany Silverman, and I'm a member of Dr. El Solani's PRISM group, and I ask her to join me here on stage. It looks like she isn't able to attend today, but I'm going to just share some words on behalf of our group. So each PRISM group selects a fun name to represent themselves, often a play on our mentor's name or specialty, and our group's name is the El Sahadis. Dr. El Solani, we want to thank you for all of your support and advice in all things medicine and life over these last 4 years. You've given us the hope that we can not only be the physicians we aspire to be, but we can also raise families, remain actively involved in our communities, all while continue to pursue everything we're passionate about. Every moment spent with you is a moment of joy in the midst of medical school. We're especially grateful for your contagious and radiant positivity. You're incredibly giving, opening your home to us on so many occasions and making us feel like we're a part of your family. You've always been our biggest cheerleader, encouraging our PRISM group and wanting us to succeed and be happy. Thank you for your dedication and for creating such a special environment for our group. And on behalf of the El Sahadis, I present you with a small token of appreciation for 4 years of sincere guidance and support. Thank you. And I now invite Lil Seeley to the stage.
My name is Elizabeth Seeley, and I'm a member of the Borcupines. On behalf of my group, I would like to thank Dr. Bork for her teaching, support, and guidance throughout medical school. It has been an honor to have her as our PRISM mentor. We thank her for always helping us keep things in perspective, for her positivity, and for making us feel supported, especially on the hard days. No matter the situation, Dr. Bork always made sure to remind us of the importance of having fun and putting a smile on our faces. No matter the situation, she always made sure to, we deeply appreciate her friendship and the incredible example she set for bringing us into her life and for sharing her experiences with us. She taught us how to balance being a physician, a family member, a friend, and a mentor. One of our favorite memories as a group was when she invited us to her house for a karaoke night. We all had a great time singing with her and with her family, and it brought our group together with many laughs. We thank Dr. Bork for her honesty about the ups and downs of this career and for always making herself available to us. We appreciated her authenticity and openness that helped us throughout our journey. Dr. Bork is an outstanding mentor that always jumped in to quell any of our anxieties about the process of becoming a doctor. The positive advice she gave us helped us through many hurdles, reminded us that the stress was temporary, and that there was light at the end of the tunnel. On behalf of the Borkupines, I present Dr. Bork with a small token of appreciation for her dedication, mentorship, and support. Dr. Bork was unable to be here tonight, but Dr. Zeta is here to accept this on her behalf. Thank you. I now invite my colleague and classmate, Katie Hull, to the stage, along with her PRISM mentor, Dr. Barbara Herzig.
So as part of the PRISM group, Get Ziggy With It, I am Katie Hull, and I would like to thank Dr. Herzig for all of your support and guidance over these past 4 years. We are grateful for your understanding and advice you gave, always lending an ear and helping us navigate the many ups and downs of medical school. You are a great person to speak openly with and always met us with compassion. Thank you for always giving us a space to relax, share our thoughts without judgment, and find what we needed in the moment. Dr. Herzig is a psychiatrist, so that is not surprising. On orientation day, when we first met you, we were all so nervous about being a brand new medical student. We each had to bring an item and explain to the group why it was meaningful to us. It was such a special exercise that allowed us to connect with you as a group right from the start. You were so encouraging during the stresses of our M1 year, the craziness of the COVID pandemic, and navigating through the journey all the way to graduation. It was so special to have you hand us our match day envelopes that represented the full circle of our medical school careers. Thank you for your guidance. You have been a shining light to all of us, truly. On behalf of Get Ziggy With It, we present you with a small token of our appreciation for your support that you've provided. Thank you again, Dr. Herzig, for all your support. I now invite my colleague and friend, Cricket Kaziak, to the stage, along with her mentor, Dr. Ellie Mulhem. So, Eli Mulhem? Just you guys pronounce it.
Hi guys, my name is Kelsa Kaziak, or most of you might know Cricket Kaziak, and I am a member of Ellie Elite, and I would like to thank Dr. Mulhelm for all of your support and guidance throughout medical school. Dr. Mulhelm, you've always been incredibly kind to us and supportive, and your support kind of plays more than you know in helping me personally decide my career path. This story really highlights your incredible presence and your devotion to us all, and happened just about this time last year. You gifted us all this blank journal for reflection and meditation. Admittedly, I did not open it for 2 months, but at the beginning of March, you gifted this to us, and then 2 months later, in May, I was going through my OBGYN rotation, and I was deciding to potentially switch my career path from pediatrics to OBGYN. And I fell in love with the field, and I was really nervous about this decision. And so I did the classic analytical medical student move, and I decided to make a pros and cons list. So I was rummaging through my desk, looking for a piece of paper, and I found your journal. And on the inside, you had written a quote from Rumi that said, "Always remember that you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you'd imagine." And then you wrote, "You can do anything, Cricket," from Ellie. And that message of encouragement really helped kind of reassure me and take that leap of faith to decide to pursue OBGYN, and I couldn't be happier with that. So thank you from me personally. From our group, we are just really so grateful to have you as such a committed PRISM mentor who truly cared about our wellness. Your guidance and support throughout these last 4 years have been incredible. Thank you for your dedication, for always being kind, always inviting us to your home, and we would not have wanted anyone to give us our hoods tomorrow except for you. So Dr. Mulhelm, thank you so much. On behalf of Ellie Elites, we present you with this as a small token of appreciation. Thank you. I now invite my colleague and classmate Corey Carney to the stage with his mentor, Dr. Sharma.
Sorry. Hey, everybody. As a representative of Do No Sharma, I am Corey Carney, and I want to thank you, Dr. Sharma, for supporting us through medical school. Someone mentioned it earlier about the first day at orientation. We had to come in and bring an object and tell the significance about it. And sitting in a classroom with 15 other people that you've never met before, it's nerve-wracking, and you're just about to start medical school. You really have no clue what to expect whatsoever. But from that moment, you were so supportive of us starting medical school, getting us through medical school, and getting us to the touchdown tomorrow, which is graduation. We really cannot thank you enough. You have been an incredible mentor and so kind and so compassionate throughout these 4 years. I really cannot say thank you enough. I remember during COVID, when we were going through a pandemic, we would still have these meetings regularly, and Dr. Sharma would be in a full gown, a face mask, and an N95 on her phone, coming out of a patient's room, still giving us advice, because she's just that dedicated to us as a class. She goes above and beyond, and she's had us all over to her house to try some delicious food that's from her homeland, and we met her family, and we played on her trampoline and played soccer. It was a blast. Huge fan of the trampoline. Anyways, Dr. Sharma, we are so thankful for all that you have done, and I would love to present this small token of appreciation, and on behalf of Juno Sharma, thank you so much. And I would like to invite my colleague, Sienna Riggenberg, up to thank her mentor, Dr. John Tu.
Hello, I am Sienna Ringenberg, and as a member of the Toon Squad, I would like to thank our PRISM mentor, Dr. John Tu, for his guidance and support these past 4 years. We truly appreciate that you always tried to understand things from our perspective and gave us the advice and encouragement that we needed most. Thank you for seeing us through our medical school experience and for meeting us with your kindness and wisdom. You're someone who loves and cares for everyone around you, and that shines in all that you do. You always gave us your support and made sure that each one of us was engaged, listened to, and felt included. Whether it was a summer barbecue or a winter potluck, you and your family welcomed us into your home with great food, fun games, and many smiles. Especially during COVID, busy clerkships, and holidays away from our families, those evenings are memories we will always treasure. Thank you, Dr. Tu, for being there for us. Our medical school experience would not have been the same without you. We appreciate your always being in our corner and the emotional support that you provided us. We are grateful for all your commitment and generosity that you have given to us over the years, and on behalf of the Toon Squad, I present you with a small token of our appreciation for your time and dedication and for the mentorship you offered us through our journey. Thank you, Dr. Tu. I now invite my colleague, classmate, and friend, Mitchell Fennig, to the stage for recognition of his mentor, Dr. Kurt Wharton.
Hello. My name is Mitchell Fennig, and a proud member of Dr. Wharton's PRISM group, Wharton's Jellies. He is unable to be here tonight, but Dr. Brown will be accepting this gift in his honor. From the beginning of medical school to the end, Dr. Wharton has been a tremendous mentor who exemplifies what it means to be both a caring physician and a compassionate mentor. We are grateful for all his wisdom and motivation to better ourselves in order to help our future patients. We want to thank Dr. Wharton for his encouragement and for validating our hard work. He inspires us every day to become compassionate doctors. He's always supported us, reaching out and checking in on us during the most incredibly stressful times throughout medical school, and he offered good life lessons and often brought us back to the real world, making sure we're not too engrossed and worried about the minutia of medical school. Dr. Wharton would often tell us stories to remind us that we can get through any hurdle that school might throw at us. And no matter how busy, he was always flexible and had his door open for us. The wisdom and advice he provided these last 4 years guided us through this difficult but wonderful journey. We would like to express our appreciation for his support and encouragement to help us strive towards becoming the best physicians we can be. On behalf of the Wharton's Jellies, I would like to present Dr. Wharton with a small token of appreciation. He has made this very difficult journey possible. So thank you, Dr. Brown, for accepting this on his behalf. And I would now like to invite up my colleague and friend Abiba Salahu and her mentor, Dr. Angela Xavier, to the stage. Thanks.
Much shorter. Hello, everyone. I'm super excited to be able to present my PRISM mentor, Dr. Xavier, with this token of our appreciation and award tonight. And as part of our PRISM group, Dr. Xavier's School for Gifted Children, I'm Abiba Salahu, and I'd like to thank you, Dr. Xavier, for the time that you have given us to motivate, support, and be there for us. We are very, very blessed to have had you as our PRISM mentor over these 4 years, and we want to thank you for calming our minds through the roller coaster of medical school. We're grateful for the caring and kind way that you led our meetings, making us feel understood, and your unwavering support helped us get to the finish line. Sharing our weather for each PRISM session was always a highlight for me. And although it was sad to see you move to California, we really enjoyed getting to meet your friends and family at the farewell dinner, as well as getting to meet your cute dog as well. And it was truly a special day and a memory that we'll look back on and cherish forever. You always met us with compassion and your support, even through COVID. Even though COVID made it hard to meet in person, we knew that you were there for us when we needed you. Thank you for sticking with us throughout the last 4 years of medical school and always keeping it real and encouraging us to press on even when things got tough. We deeply appreciated the time that you took out of your busy schedule and family life to make yourself available to us. On behalf of Dr. Xavier's School for Gifted Children, I present you with this small token of our appreciation. Thank you so much, Dr. Xavier.
All right. Well, it's my privilege to wrap things up here. We're almost at the end. You know, I was sitting over here in the chair just kind of reflecting and listening to all the good things I heard in the room today. If you wonder what it's like to be the dean, just think about all the beautiful things we're celebrating here. There's so much goodness that comes out of this school. The kind, caring, compassionate physicians that we turn out. For our class of 2023, remember today's your last day as a medical student. And tomorrow, I get the privilege of being the first to welcome you across the stage as doctor. So looking forward to that tomorrow. So before we conclude our honors convocation, I'd like to extend my thanks to the PRISM mentors, a really, truly great group of folks who were recognized over the past few minutes. Doctors Aslahani, Bork, Herzig, Mulhem, Sharma, Tu, Wharton, and Xavier. It takes a very special person to commit to be a PRISM mentor and be part of the PRISM program. And we are privileged that you shared your time and your talents with our students. I could hear the affection in their voices as they spoke about the last 4 years that they spent with you, as you advised them and encouraged them through all the challenges of medical school. I understand that Dr. Herzig will be participating again and will be a mentor to the incoming M1s, our class of 2027. So thank you very much for that. And Dr. Tu, John, you're no stranger to the program. You've been a mentor to a few classes now. I have a very special acknowledgement for Dr. Karam Chandani, who is in her 4th year, and Dr. Berkeley Brown in her 1st year as the co-course directors of PRISM. Your enthusiasm for the program is much appreciated, and your efforts do not go unnoticed, and for that I thank you. To all the mentors, there's no doubt that in my mind that long after medical school, these students will remember your kindness, your words of wisdom, the fun, and the friendship. Your impact on these students is immeasurable, and I can't thank you enough. So thank you once again to our PRISM mentors. So this does conclude our honors convocation, and I thank you all for coming. Please stay as long as you'd like. I think we still have some desserts back there. And I really look forward to seeing you tomorrow at commencement at 2 o'clock in person in the arena. and let's all hope for no rain. So see you all tomorrow.